Like many of you, I used to think that I would be happy when something happened. I would be, at that point, content, at peace, free from anxiety. Everything would be great. When I was not quite 5, I was all set to be content and happy because I was going to begin kindergarten. And at that point, I would be cool. Everything would be great. I was going to go to school. I was excited. And then I discovered that 2 of the kids that were a year older than I was, with whom I played all the time, they were always taunting me that I was too young, too little, I didn't get to go to school. They did. Interesting how those taunts would change over time. But I was all excited about getting to go to school. And Jerry says, I get to go to all-day school, you just go to half-day, and I get to bring a lunch pail. Oh my goodness, lunch pails were so cool, and I was not going to get a lunch pail or going to get to go to school all day. So my perfect peace and contentment was shattered at that moment. Now, obviously, what I have thought would bring perfect peace and contentment has changed over time, as it has for you. And peace and contentment is one of the topics that philosophers think a lot about. It's one of the topics that the Bible has a lot to say about. The book of Ecclesiastes is written by Solomon, so he's the king under David, he's the son of David, he follows David. Solomon is one who writes about exploring every possible way to be happy and content, and he does so from this position of great wealth and insight and knowledge. He tried wisdom, he tries women, he tries power, he tries wealth. And he denies himself nothing in his quest for inner peace and joy. And then he will have his revelation. We get this same kind of pattern, discussion, exploration in the New Testament. We get case studies of people who are pursuing contentment, including Jesus and Paul. And Paul will end up writing a book about peace and joy and contentment. He writes this book while he is in prison in Rome. So we also get the Psalms, and Psalm 62 is a lot about contentment. Reminder, the Psalms, 150 books in the middle of the Bible, most of them are prayers, some are meditations. Many of them are written by David, span about 1,000-year period. Earliest one we think was written by Moses. Oldest one comes during a period of exile. Psalm 62 is about contentment. It enjoys some popular notoriety because of its rich prose. It enjoys some scholarly notoriety because of its structure in Hebrew, lost on us. But as you are going to see, it is a meditation, not a prayer. So it's not the psalmist praying to God. It's the psalmist talking to his own heart. It begins, truly my soul finds rest in God. My salvation comes from him. He is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I will never be shaken. Those are weighty words. Many of you maybe cannot relate to those words. We don't have that ever-present sense of well-being, but I want to suggest this is the path forward. This psalm deals with this. It's a great psalm. We will continue it tomorrow. Have a good day.